Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've done any videos, but since I cleaned my workshop up a little bit today, I figured I would give you guys a tour of the new studio since I have not done that yet and I've been here almost a year now. Like I said, I cleaned it up today so I can actually walk around a little bit, which is a lot better than I could do a few days ago. So I figured I'll take a quick video and show you guys some of the stuff I have. Pretty much the same stuff as last time, just rearranged a little bit differently. Bigger space, although I do have some new stuff too. First thing you'll see is I have my Predator collection down here. These are all the NECA Predators, AVP, and everything else that NECA has done. Pretty sure I have the whole set here, although I do believe I'm missing a few. Here we have some products for basing and for like making some dioramas. I have some static grass, some rocks, some sand, some moss. I have a couple of little kits here. One's for water, one's for foliage and grass. These are for winter effects like snow. There's some more grasses. It's actually full of kitty litter. Some broken up concrete slabs, a couple different kinds of sand, and more sand, and more sand, and more rocks. Citadel Foundation paint set. It's kind of like a secondary set, a spare set. Citadel washes that I don't really use anymore since I make my own washes now. Some more grass. Fix-It Sculpt. That's a Loctite putty, similar to like a green stuff. It's a two-part putty. Mix it together, it turns white. It's not as good as green stuff or Fix-It, but the one advantage that it has is it dries, it cures in about 10 minutes. So if you need to do a quick repair on something, that's what you want to use. Plaster of Paris, some floral foam clay, good for doing some molding, and some other clays. Here I got Super Sculpey, some clean clay. This here is Instant Mold. If you've never seen this stuff, it's pretty amazing. These little pieces here, put them in some hot water. They get nice and soft. You make a nice push mold. When it dries, when it cools, it gets nice and hard. You put some green stuff in there and pop out some parts real quick, and then you can reuse it. You put it back in the hot water, and it, as it heats up, it gets soft again, so you can remold something else with it. Here's some hot glue, some glue guns. That's some scraps of leather. Here's some various other tools. You got some Vaseline, which is good for when you need to do the little hot glue trick. Put a head on a neck peg it's not supposed to fit on. Some more tools in here. There's a little level, some files, some tape, miter box with some little saws, short form. These are some rare earth magnets, pastels that I grind up for weathering powders and put them in those little jars there. Has some gloves. Can't live without your Star Wars candy canes. Sponges, sponge brushes. Here's a little tray with a mini roller. Some gloves when I have to do some heavy duty work. Some goggles and dust masks for safety. Never be too safe. There's some sanding pads. Here's some really big jars of really crappy paint that I get in Michaels whenever I have to do any kind of large-scale projects, mostly like dioramas or bases and stuff like that. You don't want to use a $4 bottle of Reaper that's a ½ an ounce to cover a 24-inch wide piece of foam core, so I buy these cheap paints, empty plastic boxes, some really crappy disposable latex gloves. I got those in a dollar store for $30. I think I overpaid for them. Some extra light bulbs for my daylight lamps, some more gloves, and a cutter. These buckets here used to have Doritos in them, but the Doritos were eaten a long time ago. Now they contain action figure stands. Here's some scraps of foam core and acrylic. Let's see what we have in these boxes here. This is mostly plastic capes. There's a horse or two in there. Here's some body parts and some accessories. More body parts, mostly legs in this box. Here's a lot of body parts in this one too. This drawer contains mostly arms and some torsos. Let's see what else we have. These bins here have some more accessories. I used to use these syringes for casting. That's Lego canvas, very useful stuff. Backpacks, more backpacks, more various doodads. Sorry, I have a little camera trouble here. This one here have some like the blast effects that came with certain action figures from some time ago. Those are from Boba Fett. Little blast effects from his jetpack. Here we have some wings. Like I said, a couple of different blast effects, things of that nature. More supplies, lights, battery operated sets of lights. And then we can start getting into some paint. This is some Liquitex paint and some golden fluid acrylics. Soft body paints, definitely easier to use than the thicker gel paints. Need to be thinned out though. Thin them out a little bit with some Liquitex thinner, and you get some. I mean, I get some good results with those paints. That's my Henrik Lundqvist. These are some House of Color paints. These are great. These are enamels though, so you can't use them on soft figures. They're good for doing any kind of styrene kits. You got model cars, stuff like that. Transformers they're good for. Polyscale acrylics, railroad colors, some more Liquitex. Freak Flex, which are my airbrush paints. They're very thin. They flow nicely through the airbrush. There I have a couple of different palettes. And then I have a little vinyl deformed Godzilla. And then here we come to some fodder. These bins here are all just filled with various figures and parts. All just fodder stuff. This is all mostly fodder here. You'll see a couple of figures in plastic bags. Those are work in progress figures from who knows how long ago that just kind of got forgotten about or just put on the wayside for a minute. I'll have to do another video for those. That's a whole video in itself. Some more parts in there. These are some work in progress figures that I'm currently working on. There you see like an Ultimate Wolverine, basing it on the Marvel Legends figure. And here's a quick shot of a Batman that I'm in the process of making. And then this is the rest of my workbench. Here I have some brushes. Here I have a little Rancor who holds my brushes after they've been cleaned before they go back into the ready to use pile. Just some little various tools. There's some green stuff, some glues, sanding pads, X-Acto knives. Here's some casts. I've been doing a lot of casting lately. In the back there, you'll see a Spider-Man that was painted. A work in progress figure that kind of just got forgotten about. There's my Dremel. There's a Alien poster. 3D poster by McFarlane. Let's see. Come back over this way a little bit. Here's one of my favorite parts of the workshop. Zoom out a little bit here. That's my paint rack. I made that for one of my school projects in one of my design classes last semester. I believe at the last count I had about 280 paints on there, mostly Reapers. I have some Vallejo, as you can see. There's some Citadels up here on the top. This rack here contains all kinds of various, parts and pieces. You can see some of them are labeled. Helmets, Revenge of the Sith Clone Trooper helmets, mail heads, mail head casts, armor, little pieces for armor, stickers and decals. These here I have the same thing. Lightsabers on it. Jedi lightsabers, and that one says parts and custom lightsabers, and that one says well, that one's in the way so you can't actually see it says Sith lightsabers, but that one says Sith lightsabers right here. I got more toys up here. Boba Fett. Custom Commander Gree that I did. There's a Max, a little Austin Powers feature from the Black Lagoon. There's some of my homemade washes that I make. I make my own little labels for them. A couple of different tools in here, some Q-tips and various things. Here I have some books and magazines in my little library. Buy a lot of books and magazines for reference. Let's see. Here I have some sandpapers, cork, random things. More tools up here. Again, you can see that I've got little labels on everything. Rubber bands, scrapers, mini screwdriver sets, Allen keys, hooks, brushes, tape, foam, wire. And there's my little Darth Vader alarm clock. I'll come down here. This is my workshop laptop. If you ever see me typing online, sometimes you'll see me making lots of errors. That's because of things like this. You know, there's the 0 key, doesn't stay on anymore. Several other keys don't work anymore. This laptop has been in my workshop studio for about 2 years now, so it's got lots of things dropped on it. It's got dust in it from sanding. It's gotten liquids dropped on it. It's a miracle it still works at all. So I don't really complain about it too much. Here I have some of my liquid additives. You can see some paint retarder, lacquer thinner. Here's a magnetic paint. Here's matte medium. This is the Liquitex Flow Aid mixture. Some varnishes. Let's see what else we got here. This chair out of the way. Okay, I have another rack here. This one contains molds, various molds that I do casting with. And then more parts, random parts here. Here's a lightsaber. And this one has more stands in it. Just various action figure stands from all the various lines. Then I have this rack here. I have this shelving unit over here in this corner of the studio. This is all mixtures for doing washes with. There's my labels for the washes. Here's ink. Inks are basically what make up the washes. I don't make the washes from paint, I make it from ink. Here's some more lights, battery operated light sets. Here's a stack of boxes that contain some Warhammer figures. These 2 boxes here contain pigments and oil paints for doing weathering. Here's more casts, all separated and put into bags by item numbers from my web store. There's my snacks, late night snacks there. I have my little box of Slim Jims. This is just all random things. There's a Statue of Liberty play set. There's a Owen and Beru Lars Homestead. Some Marvel Legends 2-packs there. Up here I have more of my little toy collection. I don't really collect a lot of things. I'm very random with my collecting, as you can probably see. Outside of Star Wars, I'm not a completist in any way, shape, or form for anything else. So, as you can see, I've got I've got a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, Sentinel and Galactus. There's a Marvel Universe Frost Giant. There's a Marvel Select Thanos. There's a McFarlane Malebolgia and Spawn. Pumpkinhead. Here's some Marvel Legends figures up in front here. Hulkbuster, Crossbones, Taskmaster, Deadpool, Cable, Beta Ray Bill. Here's some Walking Dead figures and Ash. Here's the Creech. Another Malebolgia. And then I have over here even more random figures. Here's a Deadpool Bank. These are some figures that I got from a custom exchange that I've been doing for a while. From several different customizers. Indiana Jones figures. Here's some Universal Monsters. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Here's a Storm Shadow. There's another small mini Thanos. Some Transformers. Here's an Alien Egg and Purgatory. There's an Abomination. This is my casting area. My casting and molding area is my compressor and my pressure pot. I got when I do my casting. Here's some molds I have to fill. There's my plastic. That's all I have left. I gotta order some more. On this side here, I have some more tins that are filled with supplies. You can see this I have some stickers on here to tell me what's inside of each one, sanding pads, things like that. Some more paints. This Converse box here actually has my airbrush in it. There's some wire for armature wire. Here's a box of Marvel Legends. There's some more paints in those bins. This bin is filled with Marvel Legends, all fodder. This bin, I'm not sure what's in that bin. Looks like a bunch of crap. This bin is filled with Marvel Universe fodder. And this bin is filled with all kinds of diorama accessories and stands and things of that nature. More boxes of random items here. Here's some more stuff. I got some sealer, alcohol, some spray paint, still water, dye, acetone, spray glue, you name it, I probably have it. Then as we pan this way, you'll see I have several large tubs. These tubs are mostly all filled with just spare fodder figures, like this here. I don't know if we can get a shot in here. These are all Star Wars. These boxes back here are all filled with additional figures, fodder figures. So these 6 bins here, these 6 bins are filled with fodder. I have my microwave down here, good for heating up water if I want to do any of the boiling pops, or if I want to heat up something for lunch one day before going upstairs. And then I just have some more random stuff around here. And that's pretty much it. So that's the new studio. And the new studio tour is now complete. I got a couple more figures here hanging from the ceiling. I have a Green Goblin and a Lord of the Rings spider. I have General Grievous over here hanging from up top. I have my little Lego Death Star hanging up there. We got some tools back there, styrofoam cutter. And that's pretty much about it. So, I hope to get back to making some more videos very shortly. And I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my workshop. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a note and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Thanks a lot. See you guys later.